Last week's episode was all about the strongest win conditions in Magic the Gathering Arena. This one is all about getting rid of them. Today, we talk about the top 5 spot removal spells. Unlike mass removal aka board wipes, spot removal are spells and sometimes lands that remove a permanent from the battlefield permanently. Now that can be achieved in two ways. The permanent can either get exiled or it can be put into the graveyard. The latter occurs if the permanent is destroyed by a spell, lethal damage, or its toughness reaches 0. That is important in the MTG meta right now because there are multiple threats that can circumvent the pesky dying part. Hazoret, for example, is indestructible, so she cannot be killed by lethal damage or destroyed, but has to be exiled or have her toughness reduced to 0. Scarab God, on the other hand, will return to hand if killed, so exiling him is often the only way to go. Embalm and Internalized creatures are another type of cards that just doesn't want to stay dead, so relative to the format, exile is very important. With all that being said, our criteria for finding the very best removal right now was fairly simple. After looking at the most common meta decks, the threats they run, and how quick, effective, and permanently the spells can handle them, we've evaluated how well they fit within the archetypes that commonly run them. The 3 spot removal spells that didn't quite make the top 5 are Ravenous Chupacabra, Moment of Craving, and Lightning Strike. They're all mostly limited by the scope of the decks in which they can be ran. Chupacabra's double black cost makes them hard to splash, and Sorcery Speed removal is often hard to use in control decks. Moment of Craving is amazing at slowing down Mono Red and Merfolk, but is gradually being replaced by Cast Down that scales better into the late game. The Red Burn spell is an incredible tempo tool in aggressive Mono Red and the Grow midrange decks, where it doubles up as reach, but has trouble finding home outside the aggressive archetypes. And now without further ado, number 5, Magma Spray. While not officially the newest spell of Axe Deodorant, this 1 mana removal spell is quite as effective at preventing anyone from coming near you. Its ability to deal with small threats at an instant speed for a measly cost of 1 red mana is incredible on its own, but its true power comes from the replacement effect that exiles the creature if it dies the same turn it was damaged by the spell. Number 4, Cast Down. This 2 mana conditional removal is the newest in a long series of 1B destroy target non-X creature where X is a popular team and decided was printed in. Every time people approach it with disdain, and every time they're proven wrong. Cast Down's downside is its inability to destroy legendary creatures, but its low converted mana cost, instant speed, and the relative absence of low CMC legends in the current meta compensate for it greatly. Unlike Moment of Craving, Cast Down can easily take care of aggressive and mid-range creatures with toughness greater than 2, and even certain late-game threats. Number 3, Vraska's Contempt. This card depicts an event in Ixalan's storyline where Vraska saves Jace's life by turning his vampiric assailant into stone, proving once and for all there are perks to raiding a Gorgon other than saving a ton of ED medication. Vraska's Contempt is everything one looks for in removal. It permanently exiles any relevant planeswalker or non-cyber mech lizard creature in the current metagame. Its healing can often be very relevant when facing aggressive decks, and works incredibly well alongside Cast Down, compensating for number 4 shortcomings. The only downsides of Contempt are inability to deal with relevant artifacts and enchantments, and its taxing double black mana cost. Number 2, Cast Out. One might wonder what an expensive 4 mana enchantment is doing in the second spot, and it's a legitimate question, but Cast Out just does so much. As it can exile any non-land permanent, it can handle every single threat other than Carnage Tyrant, and it can be cast at instant speed. Cast Out quite literally does everything you want a removal spell to do, and its only downside is its unreliability against green and other white decks that can remove it. Now that would be a problem if you couldn't just cycle it away for a single white mana. The Swiss Army removal earns its runner-up title fair and square. Number 1, Seal Away. As soon as this card was revealed before Dominaria's release, it was clear Seal Away is going to be big. As a 2 mana creature removal that can handle just about any tap target, this card, alongside Teferi, launched blue-white to the very top of MTG Arena's food chain. With Heart of Kiran currently not available in the game, Seal Away removes all relevant early game threats and can find significant late game value as well. As it exiles the target, it's an excellent way to deal with all the gods, and it can be further complemented with the use of Merfolk Trickster or Settle the Wreckage. Do you agree with our list? What removal do you find most efficient in the decks you run? Make sure to let us know in the comment section below, on Twitter or our Discord. Until next time.